Tonight, Ottawa police investigating after a body is found in the water near Petrie Island.
It's unsettling for anybody when a death happens, so you're considered how it happened or what happened.
What we know and what we're hearing from people in the community. And charging up for hockey glory.
This is my first time being here pre-game, and just to see the energy, I'm just so excited to watch the game today.
The Ottawa Charge look to punch their ticket to the team's second straight Walter Cup final. Good evening and thank you for joining us. Ottawa police are investigating after a body was found in the Ottawa River last night near Petrie Island. CTV's Natalie Van Rooy joins us live in studio with the very latest. Natalie.
Austin, there are a few details tonight on the circumstances surrounding the tragic discovery. First responders were called to the area around 7 p.m. last night.
Multiple Ottawa police cruisers along the shoreline of the Ottawa River Saturday night after a body was discovered in the water.
And then when I came and looked out, it was all blocked off, but I saw a big group of police cars and sirens and stuff down here, but you couldn't come down to see anything farther than that.
The area blocked off for hours as first responders combed the scene for evidence. Firefighters, paramedics, and police called here near Petrie Island on Tweddle Road around 7 p.m.
We walk down here all the time. We've lived here for about a year now, and this is part of our daily walk, and it's nice to see wildlife down here, but not to hear that they found a body. That's really sad. Sad for that person, their family.
It's not clear whether this incident is considered suspicious. Ottawa police say the Marine Dive and Trails Unit recovered the body from the river. Investigators releasing few details, including the identity and age of the deceased.
We live in the area. It's unsettling, but it's unsettling for anybody when a death happens, so you're considered how it happened or what happened. The hearts go out to the family.
The area quiet on Sunday after first responders cleared out overnight. But people in this neighborhood around 30 minutes from downtown Ottawa are still unnerved by the investigation.
I have to say it's unsettling because this is a place that's always been very tranquil. We come here often just to have peace.
This investigation is still ongoing. No one from Ottawa Police was available to comment on camera this afternoon, but we will be following this closely, and we'll have all those details online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Austin.
CTV's Natalie Van Rooy reporting live for us tonight. Natalie, thank you for this. Well, passengers on board a cruise ship struck by a deadly hantavirus outbreak began their journey home today, including 4 Canadians. The MV Hondias arrived in Spain's Canary Islands early this morning, and CTV's Jeremy Sharon has the latest on the repatriation efforts.
A highly anticipated early morning arrival. This now infamous cruise ship at the center of a deadly hantavirus outbreak docked in Spain just after 6 a.m. local time. Today, a careful and calculated disembarking process. Small groups of passengers being transported on small boats after being tested to ensure they remain asymptomatic. Among the approximately 130 passengers, 4 Canadians who left the boat today, taken straight to the airport and right onto a flight back to Canada. According to the Public Health Agency of Canada and Global Affairs, the 4 Canadians took a chartered flight to Bagotville, Quebec, then switched planes to get to an airport in BC. Saying in a statement, upon arrival in BC, the travelers will be assessed by local public health before leaving the airport to stay at a predetermined location to self-isolate for a minimum of 21 days.
This is not another COVID. And the risk to the public is low.
3 people died and at least 5 others were confirmed to have been infected. The outbreak quickly sparked international concerns, but infectious disease experts suggest it's unlikely the virus will continue to spread.
This is a virus that it really doesn't readily spread from person to person. So to me, this is really, I think, best understood as an opportunity to execute what can be done well, to do it competently, and to show the public that everything is okay.
The World Health Organization says it expects to complete its repatriation efforts Monday, after which the crew of about 30 will make its way to the Netherlands, where the ship will be fully disinfected after docking. Jeremy Cheryl, CTV News, Ottawa.
Bit of a mixed bag for weather today for this Mother's Day. Hopefully people had a chance to get outside. You might have needed an umbrella at parts of the day. Chance of showers continuing right now, and it is 10 degrees. So that rain coming down in parts of our region as we speak. Tonight's low, pretty chilly, getting down to 2 degrees. And the lows for the next several days will be pretty cool. You can see Bancroft at -1 tonight. It's going to be 2 degrees tonight in Gatineau as well. Pretty clear skies for the most part, -2 out in Mont-Tremblant. Tomorrow's high, 12 degrees, and look at that, a risk of a thunderstorm here in Ottawa. Looks like some precipitation across much of the region. 12 degrees is the high tomorrow in Gatineau as well. Well, the ice is where we're turning our attention to now. The Ottawa Charge, they're pushing for their second straight appearance in the PWHL's Walter Cup final. And there are some tense times at Canadian Tire Centre tonight. That is where we find CTV's Josh Marano, who joins us live. And Josh, this is some game.
It's an incredible game, Austin. Yeah, so like you said, we are in overtime right now, coming up on the halfway mark right now, empty behind me because fans are still sitting in their seats. Probably not comfortably, though, because I think they would have liked this one to have been done maybe a lot sooner. But I was here earlier, fans were here earlier at the Fan Fest, and you could tell that energy was on full display heading into this one.
We're going to get it. We're winning on home turf.
Outside the Canadian Tire Centre, the playoff party started long before game time.
Feeling really good. I know we're going to get the win today, so I'm feeling great.
For Grace Evers, it's a chance to witness history, filling the fan zone ahead of Game 4 with the opportunity to see the Ottawa Charge head back to the Walter Cup finals.
It'll be like a very great thing for us to have to celebrate, and the first Canadian team to win the Walter Cup too would be pretty great.
After more than 13,000 fans showed up for Game 3 at the CTC, many arriving expecting another electric playoff crowd for a series-clinching game.
There was so much screaming, it was amazing, a lot of chanting, and I mean, it was like in the last minute that we got that goal. It was fantastic.
I think the crowd just does so much for this team. They're looking good, so feeling great.
We're going to bring down the house today.
And down the red carpet, Charge players greeted by their loyal fan base, hoping to deliver on their wishes.
This is my first time being here pre-game, and just to see the energy, I'm just so excited to watch the game today and watch the Charge win.
And for Evers, she hopes the playoff run will lead to something bigger for the city.
It was like a heartbreaking loss last year for Ottawa Charge to not get the Walter Cup, but I just think us getting it this year is going to be really great. It's really going to cement us in a city that's like trying to really make its name as like women's hockey central area. So clearly a lot on the line, as you heard. This is a very tense game with Walter Cup final playoffs on the line here. But heading into this one, it certainly didn't start that way for the Ottawa Charge.
On the outside, cutting in, Katarova lane scores! 3 in a row for
Fanoza Katarova with the blast, and Sarah Wozniewicz deflecting it home for her first of the postseason, opening the scoring for the Charge and giving them a 1-0 lead early in this one. Rebecca Leslie would make it 2-0 in the second, but it was Boston scoring 3 unanswered to go up shortly after. But before the second ended, Ottawa would get one back.
As Hobson comes down to Katarova, stopped by Friegel, rebound, scores!
So Brooke Hobson tying it at 3 at the end of the second there. It would remain scoreless in the third. And so far in overtime, that is the same story. So tied at 3-3 right now in Game 4 between Boston and Ottawa. So like I mentioned, a lot on the line. We are going to be standing by. We're going to be waiting for that golden goal, hopefully for the Ottawa Charge. If not, they will be shipping back to Boston. Austin.
Yeah, and I'm just keeping an eye, Josh, on those doors behind you, because obviously you're live. I'm waiting for them to open up, but obviously still this game is underway. Yeah, they're still closed, Josh. Don't worry about it. But appreciate your reporting. CTV's Josh Marano live for us tonight. Well, Ottawa police have charged a 17-year-old driver with stunt driving after a dozen teenagers were found traveling in the back of a U-Haul on Prince of Wales Drive. Police posting this photo showing the teens in the back of the vehicle. Police say the 12 people inside are between 17 and 18 years old, and some of them were seated on a sofa that was inside the cargo area. The driver is facing a 30-day license suspension. The vehicle was also impounded for 14 days. Officers also issuing several other charges yesterday, including a stunt driving charge for a 30-year-old driver who police say was traveling 140 kilometers an hour in a 70 zone on Strandherd Drive. Police say 4 vehicles were impounded and 4 drivers were charged with stunt driving during their efforts. Turning now to the latest on the conflict in the Middle East, Iran is issuing new warnings to its enemies if it is attacked again. An Iranian military spokesperson saying in an interview that aired today that Iran's enemies would have to deal with new weapons, methods, and arenas of warfare in retaliation. He adds vessels whose states follow U.S. sanctions against Iran will struggle to cross the Strait of Hormuz. The strait remained relatively calm today after days of sporadic flare-ups. Iran's deputy foreign minister posting on social media today about the strait, saying any deployment of ships in the region is being seen by Iran as an escalation of the crisis, militarization of the waterway, and an attempt to cover up the true root of insecurity in the region. He adds, maritime security cannot be ensured through military power, especially by those, he says, who are part of the problem. Meanwhile, Iranian state media is reporting that the head of Iran's Armed Forces Unified Command met with Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei. The reporting suggests Khamenei gave the guiding measures to pursue military operations and firmly confront adversaries. It's not known exactly when this alleged meeting took place. Iranian state media is also reporting that Iran has responded to a U.S. proposal to end the war with a priority on ending the hostilities in the region. Meantime, in Lebanon, 3 Israeli drone strikes on vehicles south of Beirut killed 4 people, while a series of airstrikes on southern Lebanon killed at least 13, according to state media and the Lebanese Health Ministry. The strikes mark another escalation since a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah went into effect on April 17th. Both sides have continued daily attacks despite the truce. Well, turning to Manitoba now, and they're facing a surge of HIV cases. They've now declared the infectious disease, a public health emergency. This is expected to increase resources available to those helping and testing people on the front lines. CTV's Alex Karpa on the solutions needed to confront the growing crisis.
HIV declared a public health emergency in Manitoba as cases continue to soar.
Manitoba continues to experience some of the highest rates of HIV in Canada.
The province reported 328 new HIV cases in 2025, more than double the 142 cases recorded in 2021. So far in 2026, officials say numbers are tracking similarly to last year.
I think we need a national inquiry to determine how public health failed.
Longtime HIV advocate Albert McLeod has noticed a steady rise for nearly 2 decades, and he's been urging the government to declare an emergency for years, adding Indigenous communities have been disproportionately impacted.
We have the highest rates of HIV in Canada, but also have the highest Indigenous populations in Canada as well. So I think there's a correlation there.
The province points to injection drug use, homelessness, and mental health challenges as contributing factors to the increase in cases, as advocates are urging for more harm reduction measures, including safe consumption sites.
It's evidence-based that safe consumption sites and harm reduction approaches reduce numbers of HIV and STBBI.
The Manitoba government has invested $8 million in HIV treatment and prevention programs in recent years, but advocates argue more funding and education are still needed.
The level of understanding of HIV is really questionable. There's still some folks who are, last time they received any information was in the 80s when it was a death sentence for many people, and things have changed greatly since then.
The advocates I spoke to say governments need to address broader systemic issues, including stigma around HIV, to encourage more people to get tested. Alex Karpa, CTV News, Winnipeg.
Well, today is Mother's Day, and mothers all across the capital are being honored, as they should be every day. I hope you called your mom today. If you didn't, here's your reminder. But there's lots going on to mark the occasion here in the nation's capital, and CTV's Camille Wilson joins us now live in studio. She was out chatting with some of the families here in Ottawa. Camille.
Austin, I surely was. It's another year to celebrate moms on this special day that is dedicated to them. Among the festivities, brunches, and high teas, one family doing things in their own unique way. Cheers. A special day to honor moms and everything they do.
My mom was telling me that she really wanted to do a high tea, but the problem was that everything was already booked.
Sisters Tracey-Anne and Jessica Laporte celebrating in their own special way at Rockcliffe Lookout.
I had to try and figure something out, and we wanted to do it outside because it's so pretty. Ottawa is so pretty. And well, obviously, this was the perfect place to be, and we had all of the materials.
Mom Roxanne Laporte says she was given strict instructions.
I got an invitation. So, yeah, a formal invitation that it was a surprise for myself and my mother-in-law to not book anything for today.
I got the invitation by email, of course, and that's all I knew. I had to be ready at that date. That's it.
Happy Mother's Day. Well, at the NCC River House, their annual Mother's Day brunch taking place for more than 400 people.
Over the years and today, unfortunately, we don't have enough room to, we have to turn a lot of people down again this year.
I think it's really nice. I'm very happy. For Robin Fraser and her family, she says it's all about connecting over a nice meal.
We actually have my mother-in-law, my mom, my sister, her girls, so we have like 3 families here all together, and it's fantastic. I love it because, again, on Mother's Day, often mothers plan and organize and make all the food. Not in every family, but a lot of the time.
For some, making it a triple celebration.
My birthday is today, on Mother's Day, and my daughter's birthday was on the 7th. So we usually celebrate the 3 on the same day.
And giving moms their flowers in the Byward Market.
I got my mom some tulips.
Back at the Lookout, the day is also about remembering childhood with mom.
We grew up doing picnics at the Rockcliffe Park when we were kids, and so my sister had decided that it'd be the perfect place to come and have a little bit of a picnic of ourselves. So it's kind of a flashback to what we did as a kid.
The day all about creating lasting memories and spending quality time together, showing much appreciation for moms, but also all the motherly figures, grandmothers, aunts, godmothers, stepmothers, in-laws, the list goes on. Happy Mother's Day to all, and of course, happy Mother's Day to my mom, your mom, Austin.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, thanks. I'm sure my mom appreciates it, Camille. Thank you very much for that. CTV's Camille Wilson reporting live for us tonight.
So nice just to be able to come out and see the beauty of it.
Still ahead, how the Canadian Tulip Festival is kicking off what is expected to be another busy tourist season in the capital. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam, a wet camera shot right now. It is 10 degrees. All those April showers that we felt a few weeks back, they are now paying dividends. There are hundreds of thousands of flowers blooming in the capital because the Canadian Tulip Festival is back, and it kicks off a busy summer season of festivals that draw in a wave of visitors from all over the world. CTV's Kimberley Johnson was out speaking with some tourists and some businesses today at the start of this tourist season. Kimberley.
Austin, Ottawa Tourism says that the capital welcomes 9.8 million visitors each year. And with another busy festival season ahead, businesses say this weekend is a welcome launch.
That one, too, is really gorgeous. The orange.
Grant Killorn has visited Ottawa many times before, but taking in the tulips this year is a first.
Oh, they're so beautiful. It's so nice just to be able to come out and see the beauty of it. since I've heard about it for so long.
He's from Prince Edward Island and says family, concerts, and tourist sites often draw him to the city.
It is one of my favorite cities, one of my favorite places.
The start of the Canadian Tulip Festival marks the beginning of Ottawa's busiest tourism season.
We really do kick off the entire festival season. We're literally the 4th festival in line in Ontario.
The executive director of the Canadian Tulip Festival says the event can bring in hundreds of thousands of people each year, and the majority come from outside the National Capital Region. She says this free festival alone creates a $50 million economic boost.
That's why it's a little hard to find a hotel room during the festival season. Yeah, because we do see a lot of folks from all around the world. You get to meet so many people, and the best part is seeing our city from their eyes.
Ottawa Tourism says each year nearly 10 million people visit the nation's capital. In Little Italy, staff at Evo Greek Kitchen say events like this and Italian Week help bring in new faces and regulars.
Definitely more reservations on during the Tulip Festival. A normal Sunday we'll do 50 to 60 covers for a lunch. We're going to probably do 100 to 200 today, and that's before dinner time. So yeah, it's all guns a-blazing, and we are just raring to go.
Coming from Newfoundland, Buena McIntosh didn't want to miss the blooms while she visited friends and family for Mother's Day.
They're beautiful, and they're just, you know, a sign of spring. Yeah, and the sunshine, and it's just nice to be here.
Others happy to play tourist in their own region, too.
I get great photos of my kids every year. Like, I have them when they were tiny, all the way up to now, and we still take the photos, so it's great.
And it's not just restaurants that are expecting a busy spring and summer season. Some tour operators are also seeing more business, saying that they are already seeing an increase in bookings and reservations this year. Austin.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, and love to see those flowers as well. Kimberly, thank you very much for this. As we heard there as well, some people enjoying the sunshine, but you kind of had to time your day out because we did have a mixed bag of weather for this Mother's Day. Some wind blowing, as you can see there. People walking around the NCC River House where that brunch took place for Mother's Day earlier today. There was, again, a little bit of rain in the region. There was also a lot going on for Mother's Day, but parking was hard to come by. So shout out to Madison, our camera operator, who got this shot. It took her a long time to find somewhere to park. That is a popular area right down there around the River House and all around Dow's Lake as well. But for good reason, there's lots going on in the city. Okay, here's a look at the satellite radar. You can see those scattered showers moving through the region over the course of this afternoon. It is 8 degrees right now in St. John's out on the East Coast, 12 in Charlottetown, and rain coming down in Halifax as well at 11 degrees. As we take a look to Ontario and Quebec City at 15. We're currently sitting at 10, so we're right around average for, if you really average out the region in terms of the temperatures you're seeing on your screen. 13 right now in Toronto, 15 in Windsor. It's beautiful out west, though. Look at Calgary at 20 degrees and Edmonton at 22, albeit some cloud coverage out there. 19 in Regina, 17 degrees in Vancouver. They're celebrating Mother's Day in style, able to get outside and take in all those festivities. We, however, do have a chance of showers overnight and pretty chilly low as well. 2 degrees tonight, 12 degrees tomorrow with a chance of showers, potential for a bit of a thunderstorm. It's saying that by tomorrow afternoon, there's a chance of some flurries in parts of the Ottawa Valley, but we'll keep an eye on that. It probably won't be anything too intense, most likely coming down as rain or slush at worst, because 11 degrees is the high tomorrow, 2 degrees the low tonight. For the Seaway, 2 degrees tonight, 12 degrees for tomorrow afternoon. It's the exact same as us here in Ottawa. And when we look at the 7-day forecast, you can see the lows being quite cool, not only for Monday, but also for Tuesday. It will be beautiful on Tuesday. 16 degrees is the high, clear, sunny conditions. 13 on Wednesday, rain rolling back in, sticking around through Thursday with a 40% chance and a high of 16 degrees. 19 the expected high on Friday and Saturday. Quebec Solidaire is floating a bold idea to tackle the rising cost of food. And its party congress this weekend, members are debating a plan for publicly funded grocery stores. And CTV's Laurence Brisson-Dubreuil has that story.
As grocery prices keep climbing, Quebec Solidaire says it wants to shake up who controls the food market. Alejandra Zaga Mendez says the current system just isn't cutting it.
It's 80% of the distribution and the sales are among the hands of the grocery giants, and they are doing it for profit.
One of the party's biggest proposals, a network of nonprofit public grocery stores. Suzanne says buying in bulk and selling wholesale would allow people to access healthy local food without being squeezed at the checkout.
It's really important because right now people are starving, they are spending so much money, they are getting more debts because they have to pay for the price of the grocery that keeps going up.
The party also wants to cap large grocery chains' profit margins at 2% and ban practices like shrinkflation and what it calls false promotions. The idea takes inspiration from New York City's mayor, who has promised to open a public grocery store in each borough. For some shoppers here, the idea of a public option sounds like a relief.
The big chains are the ones screwing me up right now. I mean, those are the places I shop at right now, and those are the ones I don't find affordable.
As students, it's definitely something I feel like we would all be leaning into.
Les particuliers, peut-être qu'ils vont tricher.
She says big grocery chains are more likely to cut corners or mislead customers. Also on the agenda this weekend, wealth distribution through progressive taxation.
The people that are very, very rich in Quebec, they should contribute more so that we have effective public services and we can save the planet and do everything that is really, really helpful for everybody.
Quebec Solidaire members are debating a range of proposals on affordability, housing, education, and the environment as the party starts building its platform ahead of next year's general election. Laurence Brisson-Dubreuil, CTV News.
The smaller the businesses is, the harder the it will be.
Higher fuel prices impacting farmers and gardening season as we move into the peak time for planting. Details straight ahead. It is the biggest weekend of the season for florists and garden centres across Ontario and Quebec, but soaring fuel costs are taking a big bite out of their profits. CTV's Matt Gilmore reports.
And the flower centres at Jean Talon Market are buzzing with activity.
Every Mother's Day, this is our tradition. We buy all the plants from my garden.
After a long winter and chilly start to spring, Luigi Bono from Jardin Chez Michel is hoping this weekend will kickstart his season.
I think it's very important for everyone to do their garden. It keeps the heart in a well-being.
But rising costs are making him worried.
Seed prices, fertilizer prices, shipping prices have gone up a lot. We also use machinery, so oil fuel and diesel.
Like many other small businesses in Quebec, Bono has decided not to pass the costs along to his customers.
We're fighting against giants. Walmart, Costco, all those big corporations are selling flowers, so we got to adapt and we got to take the hit.
The resilience of small businesses is not something that can last forever.
Business groups say fuel costs are now a major concern for more than half of small businesses. 2/3 say they have no choice but to absorb the costs.
The smaller the businesses is, the harder the it will be.
Across town at the Atwater Market, it's a similar story.
For sure, we need to adjust the price in the consequence. Customers are not always happy about it. Some understand it, some don't understand. For sure, it has an impact on the sales.
Mathieu Letourneau says fuel prices are one thing, but his biggest cost is renting this kiosk. He's asking the city for relief.
I sell my broccoli $7, cauliflower $9. Some people cannot afford that.
The high costs aren't just affecting farmers. Some hobby gardeners are also questioning whether it's worth it this year.
Fertilizer, earth, seeding, plants, it comes out to a good $500 easy and up.
Bono has this simple message.
Don't be afraid because we haven't raised our prices and it's important people keep doing what makes them feel well.
Matt Gilmore, CTV News.
And tonight's big picture, while the Tulip Festival is underway here in Ottawa, a city in Spain has also burst into bloom of powerful, colorful flowers. Who's to say they're not also powerful? The city of Girona, Spain kicked off their flower festival this weekend. The city's cathedral steps known around the world from the Game of Thrones series, have been transformed into a massive floral installation as part of the volunteer-run festival. About 400,000 people visit the city each year to see this display. I'll turn you now to some of the other stories that you need to know. Hundreds of runners took to Dow's Lake this afternoon for a special Mother's Day celebration. The Mother's Day Flower Fun Run, offering families a chance to partake in a 1 kilometer or 5 kilometer run. There was also a slower 5 kilometer stroll that was available to some, and it was a beautiful route as well. Look at all those tulips blooming alongside the course. Like something out of a Harry Potter movie, chess lovers gathered on Parliament Hill today for a one-of-a-kind human chess match. Many volunteering to dress up and play the part properly. These live chess events, they support the Alzheimer's Society of Canada. 19-year-old hockey sensation Macklin Celebrini will be Team Canada's captain at the upcoming World Championships in Switzerland. Celebrini had one of the best seasons for a teenager in NHL history, putting up 115 points for the San Jose Sharks. The Vancouver native will wear the C. He'll be alongside Ryan O'Reilly and John Tavares, who will serve as alternate captains. The tournament kicks off on Friday when Canada takes on Sweden.
I feel like we play with more fire and with more effort, and I feel like we are getting used to the series. Yeah, so we're going to keep improving, and excited to go back home.
That was Montreal Canadiens goaltender Jakub Dobeš speaking with reporters ahead of tonight's Game 3 between the Habs and the Buffalo Sabres. Canada's final NHL playoff team will look to take a 2-1 series lead at home tonight. That game starts at 7 o'clock.
It's a very big problem. Yeah, it's a very big problem.
In case you missed it this week, we revisit concerns of parents with kids at an Ottawa school after learning of elevated levels of lead that were found in their children's drinking water. Those details straight ahead. In case you missed it this week, parents at one Ottawa school are calling for action after learning of elevated levels of lead were found in their children's drinking water. CTV's Caitlin Wilson has the details.
It's a very big problem. Yeah, it's a very big problem.
It's a problem hidden in plain sight. For years, Barbara Daniela Gandolfo and Garrett Hansen thought the water at their children's school was safe until they saw the test results.
It is every parent's worst nightmare to discover that their child may have been exposed to dangerous amounts of lead in the water.
A report by the Canadian Environmental Law Association found Fallingbrook Community Elementary School in Orleans had some of the highest lead test results in Ontario, including one test, 30 times the provincial limit of 10 parts per billion, double the federal guideline.
We know that no amount of lead is safe, especially because children are so susceptible to the health impacts of lead.
The report also found the Ottawa Carleton District School Board failed more lead tests than any other board in the province. In a statement, the board says fixtures that exceed the provincial standard are taken out of service, adding some testing occurred during the summer months when water consumption is reduced, which it believes contributed to elevated failures.
We take this very seriously, and we ensure that the water is, if they can't drink from the taps, that the school boards ensure that there are other ways that the kids can get water to them.
But for parents, the question is why Ontario still allows more lead in school drinking water than Health Canada recommends.
What we're talking about is ongoing exposures, and at a population level, that could lead to a large number of children losing 1 or 2 IQ points.
Lead has also been linked to learning disabilities and ADHD. The Environment Minister did not respond to a request for an interview, but in a written response obtained by CTV News, the province says Ontario has one of the most comprehensive testing and mitigation strategies in the country. But experts disagree, saying the province's approach of relying on flushing the system is a temporary Band-Aid, not a permanent fix.
It can build up again within 30 minutes. It's just not a solution. And that's been shown time and again.
Parents at Fallingbrook have now launched a petition urging the province to adopt Health Canada's lead standards and install filters where necessary. In the meantime, some are sending their children to school with water from home, saying temporary fixes are not enough.
We can't just say, oh, it's good enough, we've done the minimum. We are a part of Canada. We should have the same regulation on water quality as the rest of Canada.
Caitlin Wilson, CTV News.
A New Brunswick mother is marking a painful milestone, 13 years since losing 2 of her children in a car crash. She's devoted her life to advocacy and education, pushing families to understand car seat safety. But even after repeated calls for tougher laws, they've gone unanswered. CTV's Laura Brown explains.
This is the bunny that's in the last living photo of my children.
Erin Jones is referring to this photo, a quick snap to document her 3 kids' excitement on an Alberta road trip 13 years ago. Half an hour later, her 17-month-old son Trent and his 4-year-old sister Haley were killed when their vehicle was hit head-on by a truck. Jones's sister-in-law also died. Just her and her other son Owen survived.
What I know now is that had I had the proper education and tools like I give to parents every day now, my children would have had a chance at survival.
While at the time she was following Alberta's car seat laws, Jones feels if Trent's car seat was rear-facing and Haley was still in a 5-point harness, they might be alive today.
The law doesn't always equal safe.
Now a child passenger safety technician, she's installed and checked over 1,000 car seats, bought hundreds for families who can't afford new, and has spent almost a decade lobbying governments to strengthen car seat laws.
This seat allows 50 pounds rear-facing.
While car seat laws are a provincial jurisdiction, New Brunswick follows Transport Canada's guidelines. Here, a child must remain rear-facing until they're 1 and 22 pounds. Jones wants to see that increased to 2 years and almost 27 pounds.
The longer you can keep your child rear-facing, the longer their bones have had time to solidify, so that their bones stay safe in the event of a crash.
We're always open.
New Brunswick's public safety minister warns it can be complicated to change transportation-related regulations.
That they can still travel, in other provinces as well. But we are open to it.
Until then, Jones spends her days searching to find the good out of the worst day of her life.
I use my story as a powerful tool to, navigate through the dangers.
Laura Brown, CTV News, Fredericton.
Messi fever sweeps Toronto before a wave of soccer fans take over Ontario's capital for the FIFA World Cup. We'll have more on this when we come back. The man largely viewed as one of the greatest soccer stars of all time played in Toronto this weekend in front of a record-breaking crowd. The visit seen as a test run before Toronto welcomes the World Cup next month. As CTV's Kamil Karamali shows us, some fans believe the city still has a long way to go before rolling out the red carpet.
It's a supersized spectacle Toronto has never seen before. The chaos and record-setting crowds, all to see one man.
Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi, widely considered the best soccer player of all time.
Go Messi!
A lifelong goal for these fans to watch him at work, but it was this goal
Back it comes for Lionel Messi!
that he instead gifted to fans.
These fans here, some of the nearly 45,000 that came out to today's match, a new record for a TFC game.
The historic crowd because of these. Roughly 17,000 new seats added for the upcoming FIFA World Cup.
TFC!
Justin Vilch and his friends among the first to test them out.
It was actually a great view with those additional seats. I personally enjoyed it.
Goal to add to his 2 assists!
While the stands shook with Messi mania, there were those left out in the cold. Turns out Amir Hussein's ticket that he bought online,
my ticket is scam.
It's a scam.
Yeah, it's scam.
Was fake.
How much did you pay for the ticket?
$144.
$144.
Yeah, I feel it's very sad.
While there's concern scam attempts will get even worse during the World Cup, there are plenty of other problems to worry about during what's largely seen as a rehearsal before welcoming the globe's soccer nations in June. Long lines for food and dirty bathrooms.
We waited 20 minutes to get a simple sandwich. The bathrooms need
supplies in there.
And trying to leave, fans hit with an immovable wall, people all trying to hop on transit at once.
Think about the packed can of sardines right now. It's literally madness right now.
And traffic chaos that lasted hours despite the city adding extra transit trips and more staff.
I don't know if the traffic's ready.
So while Messi provided a show, these fans believe the city needs to clean up its game before it welcomes the world. Camille, CTV News, Toronto.
It is a sci-fi lover's dream. The Pentagon has released a treasure trove of declassified documents and videos of UFOs dating back decades. CTV's Washington Bureau Chief Joy Malbon reports.
If the truth is out there, it's now online. The Pentagon releasing a trove of classified UFO files under wraps for decades.
Oh my gosh. Look at that thing, dude.
From military encounters that seem to defy physics, this star-shaped object flying at supersonic speeds over the Middle East. And what the heck is this? They still can't explain it. The collection even includes incidents aboard NASA's moon missions. Gemini's Frank Borman in 1965 reported seeing something strange in space.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock time. It looks like hundreds of little particles going by from left out about 3 to 4 miles.
Houston acknowledges.
This is the unidentified object in addition to particles which appear to be headed in a polar orbit, you heard Frank Borman say.
Apollo astronaut Buzz Aldrin reported seeing bright flashes of light that moved alongside his spacecraft, even reporting flashes on the moon's lunar surface. But these close encounters released by the Pentagon didn't impress this astrophysicist.
This is my day job, looking, searching for alien life, thinking about alien life. It's more fuzzy blob videos like the one you're showing. There's nothing in here that we haven't seen before.
The Pentagon's archive covers hundreds of incidents from around the world since the 1940s. And if there's no hard evidence of alien spacecraft, here's another explanation.
I do think that some of our adversaries, very frankly, have technologies that have been used against us that appear to be alien.
President Donald Trump said he'll let the American people make up their own minds if there is something out there, and promising more releases to come. Joy Malbon, CTV News, Washington.
After the break, we say thank you to all of the moms that raised the CTV News Ottawa weekend crew. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam. It's dried up since we last showed it. It is 10 degrees.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
It's time for a recap of the top stories we're following right now and some breaking news. The Ottawa Charge are going back to the Walter Cup final.
On net, another stop by Franco. Roosevelt on front, they score! Michaela Cava, the overtime winner!
Get the party started, Ottawa. The Charge take down the Boston Fleet. 4-3 is the final. Michaela Cava tapping in the double overtime winner. They win this semifinal series 3-1. This was back and forth. In fact, Boston scored 3 goals in just a minute 33 in the second period. Ottawa will move on to the final. They will play either the Montreal Victoire or the Montreal Frost for the Walter Cup.
And then when I came and looked out, it was all blocked off, but I saw a big group of police cars and sirens.
Ottawa police investigating after a body is found in the water near Petrie Island as nearby residents wait for answers.
So nice just to be able to come out and see the beauty of it.
And heading into the busiest tourist season of the year with the launch of the Canadian Tulip Festival, visitors and businesses saying they're excited as the weather warms up. Quick correction. I don't know what I said earlier, but it's the Minnesota frost. Apologies for that. Now it's time to take a look at your wake-up weather. 4 degrees, so it's going to be a little cooler in the morning. The Minnesota frost, is that, what did I say?
I don't know.
Montreal frost earlier?
Montreal Victoire.
Montreal Victoire and the Minnesota frost. Okay, so it's going to be one of the finals, one of the finalist teams going up against the Charge. Either way, we're all excited. Waking up to 4 degrees, mix of sun and cloud. Cool overnight and cool for the daytime. Low on Tuesday as well, 0, but you can see that high of 16 degrees. Finally for us tonight, a special shout out to some of the most important women in our lives.
Yes, that's right. We want to say Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms who mean so much to us here on the CTV Ottawa Weekend crew.
There's me and my mom. We were in Mont Tremblant. It was a nice visit this past October. Shout out to Terry.
That's me and my mom, Jan. That was in Toronto. We had a family reunion. Took a photo there for that.
Beautiful photo. There's Brad and his family. Snuck his whole family in there, but Sheila is on the end. Happy birthday, Sheila. And there's Camille and her mother. That is her mother, Teresa, and grandmother, Elsa. They were enjoying some ice cream.
That's Director Connor and his mom, Kathy, and Don on our graphics team, his mom, Terry there. Great picture of them.
Kimberley Johnson, not pictured here, but there's her mom, Mary Ann, in the sunglasses, and her grandmother, Helen. There's also Maddie's mother, Leslie. Shout out to Leslie. Happy Mother's Day.
We've got Josh Marano, his mom, Tina, on vacation there. Look at that. And we've got Will up next on a digital reporter with his mom, Cecile. Great photo of them there. And rounding us off here, we've got Natalie and her mom, Nancy. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Yeah, that's a bunch of special photos there.
Yeah, love it.
Absolutely love this day. I will be giving my mom a call a little bit later. I've been texting with her today.
Call your mom.
Yes.
Tell her you love her.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Good night.